MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a trailer reaction for Thunderbolts Big Game. So Thunderbolts is going to be an MCU movie coming out later on this year, and this movie has already had 3 big trailers already that were already in the 2 to 2 minutes and 20-second range, where the first trailer came out, people were like, oh, okay, this is pretty solid. It didn't have the usual MCU-ness, as a lot of people always point out. And, I'm fine with MCU-ness, as long as it's, used in a way where it makes an actual decent movie, right? Even if it's a popcorn flick, I still want a decent movie out of it, obviously. Then we had that special look trailer that they dropped in Brazil. And for a lot of you guys who don't know, I actually might honestly be, digging out Syphax's wife's butthole most of the time. My brain dropped. Oh my God. My brain, it dropped. I swear. Syphax, your wife is literally letting me dig her out completely. She's letting me actually destroy her.
That'd be amazing, considering I don't have one. But
oh, me neither. Joke's on you.
Have fun with that.
Wow.
I mean, that adds up, imaginary with somebody else's imaginary. It kind of lines up with your whole shtick. So,
you think I have a shtick? You don't think I'm just doing this on the fly because I'm fucking mentally deranged?
No, we think that.
Oh.
Yeah. It seems
it
seems like calculated retardation. Calculated retardation at this point.
Damn, I'm just getting blasted in here tonight. Oh my God, I can't take the heat. All right, so
like
we'll do the topic after this.
Wife.
No, sir. There's a police car going down the road because a black guy's doing some crime. It's a fire truck, actually. They're always doing. Man, gosh.
MSK. No.
Where's your cat? Put it outside. Oh my God. I hate all of you.
See, I actually like my cat, but she's awesome.
Okay, so essentially, if you did meth out of a girl's butthole, like Leonardo DiCaprio did in The Wolf of Wall Street, wouldn't that make the meth taste like shit?
It would make it smell like shit. And then, I don't know if meth gives you the drip. Like cocaine gives you a drip, but
how do you know this stuff?
I wouldn't know from experience or anything.
Me neither.
At all. It's not like I don't know, played music in Hollywood for like 10 years or anything. I have no idea about any of this stuff at all. No, I don't let like random psychedelic stuff play in the background.
Never.
Because I'm a sane person and haven't touched way too many, mushrooms and acid and whatever. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. For me, I have a great
life can be wild out here when you actually, have a social life. But let's get back
I have one too.
MSK who doesn't.
I have a social life. I drive my new Ferrari and my new Lamborghini to Vegas all the time. I have sex with Amaranth pretty consistently. I had sex with Pokemon a few times. Their ass was pretty juicy. And we 6'9" a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, you just posted that awesome video where you're riding bitch in your friend's Civic. So, I mean, you're killing it, dude.
It wasn't a Civic. That was a truck. It was a truck. And we're not gay. Okay. We're flaming heterosexuals, obviously.
Just because you lift a Hyundai doesn't make it a truck, dude. Like...
It was a truck. It was a fucking truck. Oh, my God. Damn it, man. I can't win here.
This guy's out here like Ford Ranger. Like
it wasn't. It was a fucking. It's a Suburban. It's a Suburban. It's a big black truck. I'm big and black. Truck's big and black. They were thinking of me when they made that purchase, honestly.
Sure.
All right, time to have some fun, white people. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Thunderbolts movie's third trailer that they've actually dropped. So the Thunderbolts movie is coming out after Captain African America, and it will be coming out in July, actually.
May 2nd. May 2nd.
Or May, right? And then after that, we're getting Fantastic Four. So this is a movie where people have been pretty mixed on it because we got the first trailer. We're like, this looks actually pretty good. I'll be honest here. I thought it looked pretty good, honestly. I was like, damn, it doesn't feel like a normal MCU movie.
I know a few people who have seen it early, and I always just found it funny that so they've seen Captain America early, and then they also saw Thunderbolts early. And they're like, actually, Thunderbolts is actually a lot of fun. And they wouldn't tell me anything about Captain America because I think they had nothing good to say about it. And I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, that one's like 3 months after, and nobody wanted to talk about it. They were like, no, Thunderbolts is cool, kind of. You'll have fun with it. And I was like, what about Captain America? They're like, yeah, Thunderbolts is cool. You'll have fun with it. And I was like, all right. I mean, thanks for that. I mean, that kind of summed it up for me.
That's the thing is with Captain African America, he'll be swiping an EBT card trying to take care of his kids he doesn't, be there for. Whereas with Thunderbolts, you might actually get a decent movie. So we got the first trailer.
Get a loan, so.
Oh God, he's definitely not gonna be there for his kids.
Captain America was denied a bank loan. Like
we have the first trailer, like we said before. It was pretty good overall for me, myself. I enjoyed it. I did a trailer reaction to it. I enjoyed it. With the second trailer, it was that special look trailer that they dropped in Brazil. I didn't watch that one. And let me understand this now. The reason why I don't do constant trailer reactions like I did when I had my bigger YouTube channel back in the day is because I felt like when I was doing constant trailer reactions, I was spoiling more and more for the movie myself. I feel like doing one trailer reaction is fine. So that's why when you see me do it now with the people on the panels, I'll usually kind of like title the videos differently, kind of to give a better feel of it. So Super Bowl just passed. Eagles won. Taylor Swift's on her knees right now for me. Feels good. I love me the white girls, obviously. The white girls do it the best in my opinion. Then there's Mexican and there's Asian. Blacks would be like black girls with the total bottom, obviously, in my opinion. But they actually dropped a new trailer for the Thunderbolts. They dropped the third trailer. I'll be right now. Marvel, no more trailers, please. These trailers for Thunderbolts have been literally 2+ minutes long. And my biggest pet peeve right now is movie studios, not just them. Lionsgate does it. Fucking Warner Brothers does it a lot. Stop dropping trailers that long. You are showing most of the movie. You without you doing it,
you don't do stuff like Companion just did, where you release huge, massive, big spoiler things in your movie that most people still like after seeing it. But god damn it, stop giving me like the big twist in the trailer. Don't do that. Stop it.
Yeah.
Bad studio. Bad.
I mean, with the Blue Beetle movie, after that George Lopez comment, the second trailer was like 3 minutes long. It's like, why do I need a 3-minute trailer for a movie? Might just drop the whole movie at that point. 3-minute trailers? Are you out of your mind? What the hell? So, hey, I know a lot of people probably remember that Stephen Young, who voices Invincible, he was in The Walking Dead, he was in a lot of movies you guys like. Yeah, he's not Sentry. He basically opted out of not being Sentry.
Him.
That was a good idea. It's actually the one where Sentry's a big, tall, white dude, not a fucking scrawny, frail egg roll from fucking The Walking Dead. Yeah, no. So I'm actually glad he couldn't, because he said he couldn't make the filming because he couldn't obviously get the schedule right. It was fine. That's understandable, but you weren't going to be Sentry though. Let's be honest here. You didn't look like him. That was the one time Marvel actually went, you know what? Maybe we went full DEI a little too much, actually. It's like, holy shit. Actually,
but before you even play this trailer, this trailer, because like the most common thing that Thunderbolts is being compared to is obviously Suicide Squad, right? So it's like the first one that came out, whether let's forget about Leto and everything. Let's just consider the team versus the bad guy, which ends up being like Enchantress and then the demon thing she summons. I can't even remember the name of it. But it's like you're going up against this like ethereal insanity, and you have kind of a bunch of basic people, like regular people who just happen to have like better than human skills. Yeah, they have no actual powers. They're just like the best
like
at like,
enhanced.
You got Deadshot. Yeah. They're really good at shooting. You got a crazy person. Whatever. They're not powerful enough to go against like almost a demigod of a thing. And now Sentry is kind of basically Marvel's Superman. and you don't have anyone on this team. So the obvious thing is like they're either going to have to somehow appeal to his humanity, or it's going to be the most bullshit
plot
what you've
armor.
ever seen.
Yeah, the way an
it's
anime
gonna be
hero wins, you just have to
plot
talk
armor
to him.
up the
Hey, no,
ass.
Century, you're better than this. I believe in the good in you.
Yeah, it's like what do you do against that? It's like, and then seeing this trailer, there's a few things that he does. It's like, how do you fight that power? Like that's not happening. It's just
unless they have some surprise character pop in with superpowers, I don't see a world where they win.
Like that's the only way because
or
everyone
like
else
said,
is very normal.
Or let's, like you said, unless they have the most bullshit main hero fucking plot armor to ever exist. Exactly. That's how you win.
And they keep doing that. They did it with Suicide Squad, and then now they're doing it with this. And it's hard to sit there and take that in and be like, oh, this will totally make sense. Like there's going to be some fuckery in this, that you have to. There's one thing suspending belief, and then there's another thing just like throwing it out the window and beating it with a bat. Like there's just differences between that.
I don't do that way with my wife. We have constant hot sex every night. Just pointing it out there.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Stop! Get off me! John, stop! Where are you?
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape their past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you.
This has makings of team that can raise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
Alexi, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Okay, now I forgot one of the characters that's in it that could actually, I don't want to say put up a fight, but I could see them using their powers, and then it might actually redeem the character from the bad movie they were in, which is Ghost. Ghost can phase in and out of stuff. That's the only character there that can do probably anything against that character.
You can go inside
phase in, grab his heart, and like hold it and be like, okay, you need to stop, or something. That's the only character there.
First of all, I hate when Marvel does this because first of all, it's just a comic book perspective that I have. The end of this fucking trailer, you should have had Thunderbolts where you can start there for as far as comic book wise, right? Because I loved when DC was doing this in 2022, 2023, where at the end of a trailer for a comic book movie, they give you like 3 recommendations for comic books to start if you want to just kind of get to know the characters. Thunderbolts has an epic collection for a volume 1 where you can start from their very first appearance as a team. Why not put that at the end of the trailer? Whatever. It's never going to happen, but what a man can dream, right? I don't think this is a bad trailer at all. I think it's a fine trailer. Big problem is I don't know why they choose that song. I don't. That song is.
It's because that's they're taking that from like the Deadpool thing, or like all these movies are doing like an older song and then they slow it down, make it more dramatic.
Selection of song.
Now here's a new thing that I've just learned about. Like, see how it says Thunderbolts with a star next to it? So like the name could be changed. It's like the star, like the Thunderbolts asterisk or whatever. Apparently, like the rumor is that they're actually going to end up being called the Dark Avengers. I don't know if what that matters, but that's apparently the rumor going around right now.
It's literally a bait and switch. Literally a bait and switch.
And it's in the title. Yeah. It's like the title is even a bait and switch. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the rumor. And it kind of sounds pretty accurate. So
also, John Walker, who was honestly to me the best villain in the Disney Plus MCU shows. People are saying I didn't hate Falcon and Winter Soldier. The only thing I didn't like about it was Falcon's portrayal. Everything else I thought was fine, if I'm being honest. To me, that's the best show they released so far. And I enjoyed John Walker in it. I enjoyed Wyatt Russell's portrayal. Why is his shield a frisbee? That shit was bending.
I didn't even notice. Like, he was the best character in that show, and obviously because he's supposed to be the new Captain America, and he was oddly enough the most justified in a lot of the stuff that he did in that show.
Right.
Whereas like they were like, "Oh, Captain America doesn't kill." It's like, well, have you seen the first movie? Obviously, he does. He was in a war. Of course, he never established.
Just made that shit up. People like Captain America doesn't kill. When has he ever said that? That just made up. You just made that up. You just talk it literally out your ass. I never do that. Obviously,
it's like, have you seen what America represents? Like they kind of kill a lot of people. We do that. Like when we go to war. I don't know. We kind of go all out. What do you think that means? We arrest people just with a little bit more force. Nah, you end that. You end the threat.
Yeah, that's kind of how you win.
Here. That team, Taskmaster, trash in Black Widow. Ghost, what's her name? Ghost. Man, it took the women from the
Ghost is terrible in Ant-Man. That's why I'm thinking. Like now that I thought about it and I was like, they could give her a redemption in this to make her more useful because she can do the phasing thing. And it's like, well, Sentry might not be able to hit her with stuff like because he's literally turning people into shadows because he becomes what is it called? The Void or whatever. His like Sentry is like kind of a split personality, or there's some I can't remember his full thing, but that's what it is, right? It's like when he goes dark, he becomes the Void, and that's him turning people into literally shadows onto the ground. And it's like, how the fuck do you fight that when you're just, they even say it in the trailer, like, we just fight and shoot things, right? Or we punch and shoot things.
That was a cool little nod to them being humans. It reminds me of the Hawkeye thing he said, where I'm just a guy with the bow and arrow and I'm doing this right. I don't mind stuff like that. It's just, can you get a better group of people?
But to put him against such a massive, crazy threat like that, they did the same thing in Suicide Squad, but then they had the Captain America like Diablo.
They're putting Steve Rogers, not Steve Rogers,
against the Red Hulk.
Steve Rogers actually isn't in Captain America 4. It's actually they're putting Sam Wilson against Red Hulk. Now, Red Hulk, the only way that he calms down is if he overheats. But he'll just overheat. No shit, he'll probably overheat and not be Hulk anymore. The problem here is like, how is Sam Wilson going to tire him out to make him do that? You have to like physically tire him out to do that. He'll just overheat, right? So
and the rumors are he's in it for less than 5 minutes.
Of course,
really? Less than 5 minutes.
That sucks, man.
I'm seeing it on Thursday with DA. We'll probably do an out of theater review. So if people want to check that out,
I'll be watching on Thursday too.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out on Thursday also.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing it. So we'll do an open spoiler discussion for it on Saturday if you guys want to pop in. Well, Cyphers will be here, but so as far as Thunderbolts, like with Sentry. I don't know everything about comics, obviously. I know a little bit about Sentry, a little bit.
Dude, I didn't know too much about him, but I read the King in Black book, or like the trade paperback, whatever. Which is, yeah, sure. No, it's about Null. Like when Null invades the universe, like he invades, and it's more of a Venom story. But I mean, this is going to be a spoiler, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Within the first like 5 to 10 pages of that book, Null shows up and Sentry comes out to confront him, and Null just literally rips his ass in half. He just fucking rips him in half out in space. And it's like, that's how it starts. Like, this guy is that big of a threat where he basically ripped your Superman in half. And
that's why it has to be some anime plot armor bullshit.
Yeah, it has to be ridiculous.
It has to be. Because keep in mind, I'll say this. Ghost was trash in Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's actually one of the worst MCU movies. That movie is bad. It's bad for first face
That's why re-seeing that trailer right now and realizing Ghost is that, because I was trying to think of the team up and I was like, none of these characters stand a chance. But
Yelena,
I was like, wait,
what's she gonna do?
Ghost can phase in and out of stuff, and if she
Red
gets to the
Guardian.
point where she can use her powers correctly, she's basically kind of
Taskmaster
invincible. It's like
has
nobody
one
can touch
use. They didn't do this in the Black Widow movie. Taskmaster can actually basically photographic memory your fighting moves, but that won't even matter because she's in a photographic memory his fighting moves. He can punch her so hard her head will be off. Photographic memory that.
Yeah, and you're not going to be fat. Like he's fast enough. Like the speed difference.
I'm
is
calling
just
it right
insane.
now. It's gonna be some talk no jutsu up in this movie. She's Yelena's Naruto. Please, don't beat us up anymore. You win. I get on my knees and choke on your fat cock. I knob on your balls. Yeah, how are you winning?
She's gonna drop some chains off to the corner, like just some pennies, and be like, "Oh, did you drop this?" And just show her ass. She's gonna be like, "What's up?" And somebody's gonna like uppercut him in the nuts.
He just comes down. He just comes down from his Sentry persona. It's like, oh, I'm a normal guy again. You fucking bastard. It's like essentially when he's Sentry, he's hard. But if he's his normal personality, he's just a normal dude. Oh god, man. I say, who's the fucking lady who portrays Yelena?
It's just crazy when they show. Yeah,
she's pretty cute.
She's cute. She's very cute. But it's crazy when they show somebody so overpowered like that, and then they're like, "Yeah, how's the ragtag team of just regular people who happen to shoot better than other people do?" And it's like, that premise, it's interesting, but when the other person is literally a god, it's like, okay, you need to like lower these power levels between what you're doing here, because this is crazy.
I was like, even in comic books, that concept is hard to actually still do, even to this day. It's hard for people to get behind that a regular
power
person
levels between these characters are insane. Yeah.
Oh, Bob,
just bring back Amelia Clark from Secret Invasion, since they gave her every power in the Avengers anyway. There you go. Just bring her back, and you got problem solved.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys think Sentry
that would be so funny though if they bring her in like as a just special like
cameo?
Yeah, check out our Hulk, and it's just Amelia Clark's fucking scroll arm. Like, oh god.
I wanted to ask you guys this: do you think that Sentry is going to be a one and done character?
I would 100% laugh.
Will Sentry be a one and done character, or is it be a character that they fucking don't reference anymore? It's like, oh, that just like the Eternals fucking statue, the statue of the Sentinel.
Check this out. So when Venom 3 was getting announced and they were showing Null in it, that was making me think of that comic, the King in Black comic. And I was like, okay, I know that's coming out. And then they were talking about Thunderbolts and how Sentry is going to be in it. And I was like, there could be the crossover of using Null jumping into this universe. I was kind of hoping they would show that in the Venom movie, even though that movie wasn't all that great. But they've already shown Null to be in maybe not the MCU universe because it's Sony. I know there's some split there. But because he has been introduced, that was kind of the floating rumor of like Spider-Man 4 would be like the King in Black. And now if they introduce Sentry with this, and now they have Null introduced in some form or another, that because that's a huge thing. It's like Sentry is supposed to be, he's like the guardian of the world kind of deal, like Superman-ish or whatever. And then Null shows up being that big of a threat to be able to destroy that. And now everybody else has to come together. It's a whole thing. And I was like, they're introducing the elements there. The elements are there to make that movie. I don't know if they'll actually put it all together, but within this last year, when Thunderbolts comes out, it'll be less than a year since those two movies dropped. And both those things have the elements to make that movie a possibility. I don't know if they're going to do it though, but they have them there. So it kind of makes me think they're leaning towards it. I don't know how it plays out though. We'll see. We'll have to see when the movie drops. Because if at the end of Thunderbolts there's like a Null segment, I think I'll be right. I'll be like, called it.
Cyfax is one of those Easter egg guys now, where he's like every Easter egg he has to dissect and fucking analyze.
Well, it's like I don't read a ton of comic books, but that's one that I definitely really like that I have read. And so then I'm seeing two.
King in Black.
No, there wasn't some weird gay black dude getting punched out by white trannies. So
whoa,
never read that book.
So Taskmaster's not making it past 20 minutes. They barely show that character. Good. First of all, that lady's not Taskmaster.
So no, they actually show two different elevator scenes. There's an elevator scene where it shows them where she's actually there, and there's a different elevator scene where she's not there. So I have a feeling that elevator scene, they're going to all go up. Taskmaster's going to die, and then they're going to drop down in the elevator and be like, we lost a member or whatever. Like Sentry's going to just end her ass there. Because they've shown it where she is in the elevator, and then there's, if I remember right, I think between the different trailers, That or they just cut her and it's a fake thing anyways. But that seems the most likely. Taskmaster is the least shown. She's gonna die because everybody hated that.
Yeah, Taskmaster, I hope dies. I fucking couldn't. This stupid change. All these cringy DEI bullshit things. I mean, Hope Century is not a one-and-done character, but then again, given Marvel's treatment of him not only comic books, could it be possible? But yeah, I mean, this is the one MCU movie I'm kind of looking forward to. I like the trailers that I've seen so far. Fantastic Four, still iffy on.
Yeah, they're not awful. I have a feeling it's going to be fun. They're like at least dumb fun, and especially after probably seeing Captain America here in just a few days, Marvel's going to need something like that. And then Fantastic Four just a couple months later, like they need something to kind of have a holdover, because if this flops, like even like Thunderbolts probably will flop too, but you're gonna have 2 movies flop, and then Fantastic Four notoriously has done bad over the years. So if they have 3 flops, if they have 3 flops this year, if the only 3 Marvel movies they release, the only thing you have looking forward to is going to be Daredevil in March, and that's looking hit or miss too, simply because Disney can't do fucking TV shows for shit. So.
Yeah, this is a comment right here in the comment section. Love how they acknowledge that none of them have incredible powers because their enemy is literally Sentry. I don't see how they're winning. Yeah, plot armor bullshit.
Exactly. Like I said, the only character that even semi makes sense with that is Ghost. That's it. Just because the face.
Someone said talk no jutsu.
No, like you said, it'll be Elena talking to him, and they'll.
I'll appeal to your emotions.
I don't think you'll be
the sun's going down, big guy, or whatever.
Yeah, he's not going to be a one and done. They're going to talk some sense into him, and then they'll use him again in the future. He'll be like, "Thank you for helping me. If you need me again in the future, call me." And, that type of
person. I was like, Sentry has 2 personalities. You just need the good one to take control.
Yeah, so you appeal to that one. It's either going to be a talk, or there's going to be a talk while Ghost is like literally phasing through him and like grabbing his heart to be like, if you don't fucking turn back, I'm going to kill you. That would be the only thing I can see that like makes that stop, or his brain or something, something obviously vital that she just phases through and is just like, go ahead, try it.
Right.
There you go. That's the only thing to do.
Closing thoughts and opinions for Bob. What about you?
I'm interested in this. I think Captain America is going to make this one look like it's Citizen Kane. So, actually, it does look interesting. It looks like it'll be entertaining. I don't think it's going to be great, but I think it's one of those that you can go and have some dumb fun with. And at the end of the day, I think Marvel needs something like that, because everything else they've been putting out is garbage. So, I'm down for that.
All right, Sci-Fax, what about you? But besides reading The King in Black, which is me, so you idolize me, what are your thoughts on the last Thunderbolts trailer?
Yeah, that's not true at all. Other than I did read that book, which, I mean, way better than anything you ever produced. But
wow, all lies and cap.
But it seems like out of the 3 Marvel movies we're getting this year, this one looks like it'll be at the minimum the most fun. Like that, and it actually, even in the trailers, actually leaves me with some questions that I think they might answer in it, where even if I have my theories and whatnot about it, I'm curious on how they get there, because there's some interesting concepts there, and the way that these characters will work together. I think the humor is kind of shitty as far as what they've shown in the trailer. It's the typical Marvel bullshit again, but there's actually questions in it where I'm like, I'm curious to how they answer them, and it, at least at the bare minimum, looks like it could be fun. That's about it.
All right. So as for me, this is the one MCU movie that I'm looking forward to a little bit. Has a little bit of a spark in there of like, this could be kind of cool, kind of fun. Now, given Talk No Jutsu is probably going to happen, I'm already prepping my brain for that. Already, she's going to walk, hey, I would love to get on my knees and just choke on your fat meat for you to stop beating our asses. Could you take your hand out of Winter Soldier's heart when you kill him? Stuff like that. I have to imagine this in my head, because the only way I could predict they actually beat this guy. But overall, yeah, the trailers have been pretty cool. Hopefully, it's not a movie where the trailers were all pretty fucking cool and the movie's straight up bad, But then again, you never know when it comes to MCU. So, yeah, Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. We're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later.